Oh, guys, this is one of those days where it just hurts. Everything hurts. The body's tired, the mind is tired. There's copious amounts of work to do, copious amounts of steps, cardio. Gotta get back to training, my body's hurting, I need to rest. And it's days like this that shape the result that you get, I think. I think it's these days that hurt. Like, they tend to be the days that matter. It sounds to be quite cliche, but it's those days that where people back off because it hurts, or maybe they take a day off because it hurts. And it's those days that count. The suffering is what makes it feel so good at the end. It's a choice as well, and it's really important to know that the suffering is a choice. I chose to do this. Doesn't mean I can't complain. Doesn't mean that I can't feel tired. Doesn't mean that I can't muster up that mental energy to carry on and maybe talk to myself slightly motivationally, and those people who potentially don't like people saying it. In the trenches, going to war today, going to battle today. That's how I feel. That's the mentality that I take, that athletic mentality to be the best there is. I'm going in there to seize every fucking day that I've got. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Time Is Now, episode 5, 4 weeks out. Today is Thursday, the 9th, I believe. A little bit of an update for you. It was 109.5 this morning, finally, after battering myself for a very long period of time. Body weight has dropped. I was like 110.7 for a very long time, and you'll find that your body does that when it's fighting with inflammation, just like output, that exchange of fluid. Sometimes it takes a bit of time with body fat coming off as well. And then you have these flushes. We call them whooshes or flushes, where the body weight just goes, okay, now we can let go of it. So I hit 109, I was 110.7 Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday I hit 109.9, which was yesterday. It was a rest day as well, so I knew I was going to dig even deeper for today. 109.5, so my lowest weigh-in all prep at 109.5. That's kind of where I'm sat. No other changes. We moved the clen up a little bit more and your himbine up a little bit more. So your himbine's at 25 milligrams now, that kind of max threshold, 0.2 milligrams per kilogram of body weight. Clen, obviously not going to go into the doses, but it's a little bit higher again. Cardio, 45 minutes a day. So pre-workout madness going in. I'm not huge into pre-workouts when I'm in a big surplus, because I've got a lot of energy. And if anything, the caffeine like stifles my appetite. So that is not the goal. So I get into my pre-workouts big time when I'm on my in my deficit. There is no better flavor on this planet than what Ghost are able to produce in their products. So if you lap to absolute flavor, Ghost is always the one. I'd say in terms of actual quality of product, they're also very good now. Like, they're also very good now. So I've got 2 scoops of the pump going in here. I've got 2 scoops of the stim going in. They're very, I'd say like mid to high end if you were going to rank them on a scale. Like, there are some companies which dedicate their entire lives to just the best pump product. There are some that do that for stim. Ghost obviously having a very wide range of products while making it affordable, while making it as funky and as cool as this. This stuff costs a lot of money. It's like the perfect everyday user. So the pump, Ghost and Pre, the Ghost Pre, the Ghost Pump, very good. I also put my creatine, which I forgot to do. I also put my creatine in my pre-workout drink. I do 1 gram of creatine per 10 kilograms. So I'm 110, which means I do about 10. And that's all for pre-workout. Let's go. Alright guys, we are back in Majestic, thank God. A few days away, and you really value a very, very good gym, a good environment. So we're back here. We're in for push. We're already halfway, or already a few sets in. So we're just gonna sit back when I get into this. We're gonna keep it raw. This is bodybuilding style. 2 meatheads with big goals. Let's fucking go. So guys, post-workout meal going in. We've got some broccoli. This is a bodybuilding meal. This is a bodybuilding meal. 400 grams of potato, 180 grams of chicken, broccoli. Super simple. Lots of salt, a little bit of Frank's Red Hot Buffalo sauce, and it tastes perfect. I wanted to just take this opportunity to talk a little bit about nutrition. We talk a lot about training, a lot about recovery and things like that, but I do want to touch on nutrition. First of all, protein. The amount of protein that you take in per day obviously matters. The bigger you are, the more protein that you need. But also like the frequency of that protein might make a difference. If you are consistently feeding yourself with regular protein feedings of at least about 20 to 30 grams of protein. Why 20 to 30 grams of protein? Because that's about 2 to 3 grams of leucine, which is a key essential amino acid in building blocks of building muscle. Ideally from like an animal protein or a complete source of protein. That 20 to 30 grams, that 2 to 3 grams of leucine is going to spike muscle protein synthesis. It's going to create muscle protein synthesis. So as bodybuilders, as people who are trying to create a synthesis environment for muscle tissue, regular protein feedings make a lot of sense. Moving on to carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, like, what do you need them for? To perform. So that means pre and post workout, you need to be really highlighting your ingestion of carbohydrates. Now, specifically post workout, we have an upregulation of a glucose transporter, actually glucose transporter 4, GLT4. This upregulates due to exercise, due to training, and actually increases your ability to absorb and digest carbohydrates. So if that tells us one thing, it tells us that we can take more carbohydrates post-workout. We have a bigger demand, along with a bigger ability to actually absorb it post-workout. So if you do one thing, you take one thing out of this nutrition a little bit, regular protein feedings might be a good thing, post-workout carbohydrates are priority, but also pre and intra as well. Time to eat. Right guys, we're maybe a day or two along from the last clip. This is Friday. I was a new low again today, 109.3, so it's coming down even more. I've got like minor surgery today on my lip, nothing crazy, don't worry guys. I've just had like a lesion on the inside of my lip that I've repeatedly bit for the last 6 months, and now it's like formed a lump that I need to get out. So I've got to get my meal in, my bodybuilder meal. Rice cakes, I'm gonna have 8 rice cakes. I'm gonna have a whole tub of this, which is 45 grams of protein. And I just got this in the post yesterday. This is that 0 calorie Warden's Farm syrup, which looks like absolute dog's food, but it tastes good. I wouldn't use the
I'll need to access your WhatsApp data to do this.
You may not. One thing I would just think about with those 0 calorie things is they are great, you know, amazing. 0 calorie noodles, all those replacements that you can get for artificial sweeteners, like the actual buildup of artificial sweeteners and the buildup of all that is like indigestible food. Like if it's actual like noodles or like substance, it's just indigestible, guys. So you might find that your stomach gets a little bit upset if you do use too much of it. Take note of that and just reduce it back to where you don't feel that stomach issue. So I just have a little bit here and there, and if there are days where I'm like, I want a bit more, I feel it, and my stomach hurts the next day, so got to be mindful of that. So I'm gonna eat this in the car like a bodybuilder, and then go get my lip cut open, and then we've got legs, and I can't eat after because I've got anesthetic in, so straight into legs. So yeah, I can't move my face right now. The whole thing it was like deep, so they have to inject all the way around it, and now I just can't feel the bottom left half of my face. We're gonna go train legs now. That's a good idea. See you there. Okay guys, so this is kind of the end of the pool session. If you guys can't notice, like that lip surgery, I can't even move my face right now on the left hand side. Absolutely buckled me. I've got like 8 stitches. I didn't realize it was going to be so big, if I'm honest. Probably shouldn't have trained. Definitely caused some damage, but we were going to do a talk over, but I can't talk. So we're going to leave that video there, guys. I'm going to leave it with a physique update. This was 109.3 kilos this morning. It's my lowest ever weight on this prep. We're 121 kilos to start. We'll put the 121 kilos to start next to me. This is, you know, 11 kilos later, and I hope you can see the difference. This is exactly 4 weeks out. You can see the graininess across the top, midsection, pretty much like there's nothing left here anymore, which is kind of really good to see. The triceps really starting to get grainy across the back and then the back. Obviously the shadow's going to get you there, but you can see that it's finally starting to move a little bit that back after a long, long time, which is really, really good. We're going to keep pushing. We've probably got somewhere like 2 to 3 kilos of actual fat to come off. I have to consider I'm still on 4 IUs of growth hormone. I'm still on 25 milligrams of Himbine. Still doing cardio at 45 minutes every single day. So that's a lot of inflammation and water that's going to be under the skin. So as soon as we drop that, we could expect like 2 to 3 kilos completely to come off. And then I think it's just a little bit off the back, maybe some tiny bits off the front, but really like when you look at that, like there's nothing ready to come off the front anymore. So working hard, guys. This is one of the hardest weeks. You might be able to tell from the video, but one of the hardest weeks. This lip has thrown me sideways as well. So we're going to recoup tomorrow for a rest day. See you in episode 6, baby, at 3 weeks out. Let's fucking go.